you can tell by this long unnecessary intro, this video is on violence as expressed through most media and how violence has changed over time. But first, what is violence? Violence, as Google puts it, is behaviour involving physical force intended to hurt, damage or kill someone or something. One thing which helped me nail down violence in film and TV was the BBFC. The BBFC is a company which is known for rating films, videos and mobiles content. The BBFC check for drugs, discrimination, nudity, imitatable behaviour, as well as violence. For example, violence classification decisions will take account of the degree and the nature of the violence. Works which feature the following are likely to receive higher classifications. This includes portrayal of violence as a normal solution to problems, heroes who inflict pain and injury, callousness towards victims, the encouragement of aggressive attitudes, characters taking pleasure in the pain of humiliation, the glorification or glamorization of violence. For rating them, I say there was about 3 tiers. Tier 1, which is for you and PG, is mild violence, but there has to be a reason for it. Tier 2, which is 12, 12A and 15, which is moderate violence but don't include any gore. Tier 3, anything can go, except the following. The BBFC also has the joy of what violence should stay in a kid's show, such as Tom and Jerry, and whether the violence in any given work is acceptable for the audience at which the work is being showed. The BBFC take in a couple of factors for this, which is, what is the overall attitude of the film towards violence? What is the dramatic context of the violence? Is the violence perpetrated by the hero or by the villain? Are there consequences or rewards for the violence? How is the violence treated? Is there an undue emphasis on weapons? Is it prolonged? Are there frequent close-ups? What is the viewer's relationship to what's being shown? Do we identify with the victim or the aggressor? Are we repelled or excited by the violence? What is the power relationship between the victim and the aggressor? Is it stylized? Example, slow motion, soundtrack, editing? How much do we see of the progress? Blows, bullet impacts, blood spurts? Are there any injuries, bodies, forensic detail? Is there any element of torture or sadism? Does the Amendment to the Video Recording Act apply? This is a very long list. But the main question is, has the rate of violence in shows changed from the past? Yeah! A report in 2013 says the violence has more than doubled since 1950, and gun violence has tripled from 1985 in PG-13s. Also, you could argue due to the internet, kids can now watch red band trailers. Violence has also had its comeuppance in video games, from Mortal Kombat and its finishers, Metal Gear and Fighting Children, and Manhunt! For being Manhunt! Even though it has been proven by the University of York with 3,000 participants that violence in video games doesn't make a difference. Which then brings us on to our next point. Germany, the land of beer, sausages, and Alpecin. Germany has rules on violence in video games. All games in Germany must have a certification from the or USK for short. Didn't you get D in German? All the is just Germany saying, remove some blood and gore please, but sometimes that blood and gore is vital to the game. This includes how is violence changed in games apart from pixels, polygons, rendering and other advancements in technology which make stabs look stabbier? If you actually think about it, not much has changed. I mean, violence has been there since the dawn of time of video games. Wolfenstein 3D, when that came out, they thought this was too bloody and they needed to cut down on it. So all that's really happened is that the art has progressed, but the mentality of what violence is has always stayed the same. Violence? It's alright.